Surprise! Welcome to CapeVerde.net.
These things happen to your body when you drink moringa every day. Moringa oleander is a small to medium-sized tropical tree native to the Indian subcontinent. The tree is easily recognizable from its light-colored knotty trunk and highly branched compound leaves. The fruit of the moringa tree are thin, 1½ to 2 feet long pods. Moringa is commonly known as drumstick tree because of these pods that hang from it during the major part of the year. Although the sparse crown of the drumstick tree offers little shade from the hot sun of the tropics, it is a common fixture in almost every yard and by the wayside. The moringa tree is known to have innumerable health benefits, but the natives value it as a great food source. The leaves, flowers, and the green pods of moringa are all edible, and are widely used in Indian cuisine. Moringa tree is drought tolerant and easily adapts to tropical and subtropical climate, enjoying wide distribution in Asia, Africa, and parts of North America. It has been promoted as the miracle tree of Africa, thanks to its contribution to fighting malnutrition, checking water pollution and offering seemingly magical cures for a plethora of disease conditions. One moringa offers excellent nutritional support. Having a moringa tree in the garden is sufficient to meet the nutritional requirements of the entire household. The leaves have the highest score in this regard. Moringa leaves are an excellent calcium source and a storehouse of many other minerals and vitamins. 100 grams of dry moringa leaves contain 17 times more of calcium than milk and 25 times more iron than spinach. Their beta-carotene content is 10 times more than carrots. They are rich in minerals like potassium, iron, and zinc and in vitamin C and B complex vitamins. Moringa leaves are surprisingly rich in protein too, containing 4 times of what eggs provide. There are 2 grams of protein in every cup of fresh moringa leaves. Although most vegetable sources of protein are considered inferior to animal sources, moringa has the advantage of containing all the essential amino acids, making it a complete protein. 2 moringa extract lowers serum cholesterol. Mainstream medicine is starting to recognize some of the health benefits of moringa, one among them being its capacity to reduce cholesterol. Many traditional medicine systems of Asia have been using the extract of moringa leaves and root as heart tonics. These herbal preparations have been shown to reduce serum cholesterol and the formation of atherosclerotic plaques. Laboratory studies in rabbits have shown 50% reduction of serum cholesterol and 86% reduction of atherosclerotic plaque formation in 12 weeks of administering moringa extract. 3 moringa leaves help to control blood sugar. Eating a tablespoon of lightly toasted moringa leaves early in the morning is a traditional herbal remedy for hyperglycemia. Recent laboratory studies using leaf powder on diabetic animals show that this is indeed helpful in regulating blood sugar. The beneficial effect is partially attributed to the fiber content, but the quercetin 3-glucoside in moringa as well the isothiocyanates and chlorogenic acid could be playing an important role. Small-scale studies on diabetic people have shown promise with just 7 grams of moringa leaves in powder form taken for a period of 3 months. 50 grams of fresh leaves as part of normal diet has been found to significantly reduce blood sugar spikes after the meal. 4 moringa may help fight various types of cancers. The anti-cancer arsenal of moringa is impressive. Besides antioxidant vitamins A, C, and E, it contains camphorol, quercetin, and rhamnodin. Since cancerous growths are triggered by free radical damage at the cellular level, it is not surprising that moringa should have an anti-cancer effect. Lab tests have proven that it has a beneficial action against liver, lung, ovarian and skin cancers. While more studies are being done to assess the clinical significance of these findings, it doesn't hurt to include more moringa in our diet or use just 7 grams of leaf powder, 1½ teaspoons, as a nutritional supplement. 5 moringa reduces inflammation in the body. The inflammatory response to injuries is an integral part of the natural healing mechanism of the body, but chronic inflammation, probably resulting from the damage inflicted by free radicals, can have an adverse effect on our metabolic system. Heart disease and metabolic disorders like insulin resistance and diabetes are thought to be the result of chronic inflammation. Not only the leaves of moringa, but its fruits and flowers used as a vegetable as well as the extract of its seeds, have anti-inflammatory action. Including them in your diet or in the form supplements may help ward off these disease conditions. 6 Moringa leaves and drumsticks provide energy boost. Our body is in constant need of energy just to function normally. The energy requirements of our body for the growth and repair of tissues are met by the food we eat, but as we age, our body faces more cellular damage and becomes less efficient in the regenerative process. This makes us tired and listless. We often depend on energy boosters like caffeine, but they only provide temporary spurts. Besides, we tend to need ever-increasing doses to get the same effect. Moringa has a heavy load of antioxidants to reduce cell damage. It also contains high amounts of vitamin, minerals, and most importantly, all the essential amino acids required for the repair and regeneration of tissues. This highly nutritious, wholesome food can provide lasting energy boost. 7 Moringa improves immune function. Including moringa leaves and fruit in the diet helps increase immunity and offers protection against seasonal ailments. In India, moringa leaves are usually added to lentil soups during the cold and flu season to increase disease resistance. This practice is a lifesaver in poor communities where people live in crowded, unsanitary conditions with little or no access to medical facilities. Moringa leaves are part of the herbal supplement given to HIV and VE patients as an adjuvant to antiretroviral therapy. 8 Moringa leaves promote weight loss. People taking moringa leaf extract and leaf powder often report weight loss. This beneficial effect could be due to many factors. The anti-inflammatory and diuretic effect helps reduce water retention. The high fiber content reduces fat absorption in the gut. The reduction in insulin resistance may prevent excess fat accumulation. 9 Moringa is useful for treating gastrointestinal problems. Adding a handful of moringa leaves to soups and vegetable dishes is the best way to keep things moving. Moringa leaves have a mild laxative effect. The high fiber content facilitates easy movement of stomach contents along the digestive tract and relieves constipation. Moringa can take care of minor digestive problems caused by gastrointestinal worms and microbes. The root extract is an herbal remedy for helminth worms. 10 Moringa leaves increase breast milk in lactating mothers. Of all the health benefits of moringa, this is one of the most appreciated in Indian communities, especially in economically weaker sections, because breast milk is the mainstay of infants in the first year of life. Moringa leaves toasted in a spoonful of butter would be given every day to lactating mothers as part of traditional postpartum care. If any ailments or general fatigue causes a decrease in breast milk production in the following months, moringa leaves are added to the diet again. This ensures not only plenty of milk supply but good weight gain and robust health for the infant. The high calcium content of moringa leaves could be an obvious reason for the increased breast milk production, but there could be more to it than that. For instance, the effect of calcium supplements comes nowhere near the copious milk production resulting from the use of moringa leaves. 11 Moringa root can improve kidney function. The moringa tree is also known as horseradish tree because a spicy condiment similar to horseradish sauce can be prepared from its root. However, the active compounds found in the leaves occur in the root at much higher concentrations, hence, it is mainly used for medicinal purposes. The diuretic and detoxifying properties of moringa root extract help improve kidney function and resolve urinary tract infections. Moringa root extract is used to treat kidney stones since it helps flush out excess calcium from the kidneys. While helping to expel the stones, it can reduce the associated pain and inflammation too. 12 Moringa regulates thyroid function. Moringa seems to be having a regulatory action on the thyroid gland. For example, people with Graves' disease or overactive thyroid find significant improvement in their symptoms on regular use of moringa supplements. Inflammatory conditions of the thyroid such as Hashimoto's disease could be resolved without medication if moringa is consumed regularly. 13. Provides relief from rheumatoid arthritis. Moringa has immune-modulating properties that are particularly useful in treating autoimmune diseases like rheumatoid arthritis, scleroderma, and psoriasis. Many herbal preparations for arthritis include moringa leaves. The anti-inflammatory effect reduces the pain and swelling of the joints. 14. Gives relief from insomnia. Including moringa leaves and drumsticks in the diet is known to improve sleep. Taking moringa extract or leaf powder may be just as effective. The amino acid tryptophan found in appreciable amounts in moringa could be a contributing factor. It is essential for the production of the neurotransmitter serotonin and the sleep cycle regulating hormone melatonin. Vitamin B6 is another necessary player in serotonin production, and moringa is rich in that too. 15. Moringa stimulates hair growth. The abundance of zinc, and vitamins A and E, as well as the amino acids required for the production of keratin, makes moringa an excellent hair tonic. Moringa seeds have very high fat content. The oil extracted from the seeds is known as ben oil, and it forms 40% of the seed. This edible oil is odorless with a light texture and sweet taste. A unique feature of this oil is its stability and resistance to oxidation. The main component of ben oil is a saturated fat called behenic acid, which does not become rancid on keeping, unlike most vegetable oils. This expensive oil is used in many high-quality skin and hair care products. Moringa seed oil improves blood circulation in the scalp and stimulates hair growth. However, on account of it being very expensive, traditional herbal remedies employ seed powder instead. Taking moringa supplements is very effective too, as they supply the minerals and B-complex vitamins that are important for hair growth. 16. Reduces dandruff and other scalp problems. The light texture of ben oil helps with absorption and is highly moisturizing. It promotes blood circulation and regulates the oil glands in the hair follicles, improving overall scalp health. Application of the oil as well as the seed extract is found to be effective in controlling dandruff and hair loss. 17. Controls skin wrinkles and fine lines. The ben oil pressed from the seeds of the moringa tree has a long history of being used as a skin detoxifier and wrinkle remover. The Egyptians used it in cosmetic preparations as an anti-aging emollient as early as 1400 BC. Rich in vitamins A, C and E, and a number of B-complex vitamins as well, it is no surprise that the oil has excellent antioxidant property. Antioxidants reduce the cell damage and aging caused by free radicals and help maintain the smoothness and youthful appearance of the skin. Apply a few drops on the face and hands and gently massage it in. The light consistency of the moringa seed oil makes it a natural cleanser and moisturizer without making the skin oily. 18. Reduces acne and blackheads. Ben oil helps in reducing common skin complaints such as acne and blackheads that arise from imbalances in oil secretion by skin glands. They are often worsened by bacterial and fungal infections. Massage the oil on the face and allow it to be absorbed by the skin pores. The light nature of the oil unclogs the pores and lifts up the dirt and debris. Besides the cleansing action of the oil, its antiseptic property reduces bacterial overload in the hair follicles, while the anti-inflammatory effect prevents inflammatory acne that usually require antibiotic treatments. Long-term use of topical antibiotics is known to cause acne flare UPS resulting from increased bacterial resistance, but no such adverse effect has been observed with regular use of ben oil. 19. Moringa helps control eczema and psoriasis. Moringa oil and extracts have an ameliorating effect on skin conditions such as eczema and psoriasis. The oil is non-irritating and moisturizing. The anti-inflammatory substances in moringa help control inflammation while the antiseptic effect protects the skin from secondary infections that exacerbate these conditions. How to use it? You can add moringa powder to your smoothie or drink it as a tea. The leaf powder was deemed safe in human studies, even in larger doses than normal. The powder has a mild flavor, so it makes for a light moringa tea with a slightly earthy taste. But you might want to stay clear of seed extract consumption, as they have shown a level of toxicity in immune cells. Moringa can have laxative effects in large quantities, so a safe dose to introduce it into your food or diet and avoid digestive problems is 1/2 to 1 teaspoon per day. Caution: moringa leaves, flowers, and drumsticks can be freely used in cooking, but herbal preparations should be used judiciously as they are highly concentrated and very potent. Mild gastrointestinal problems are natural when new items like moringa leaf powder are introduced into the diet, but they should resolve within a few days. If adverse reactions persist or allergies develop, it should be discontinued. Cooking moringa leaves in butter or another type of healthy fat and then slightly mashing them increases the bioavailability of nutrients. Last but not least, make sure that you share this very useful information with your friends and family. You may help someone in need. Thank you and have a nice day.
Not so long ago, these babies might have died from the things that too often kill children here in Senegal: dysentery, yellow fever, and especially malnutrition.
Malnutrition is a pandemic problem in West Africa.
As the West Africa Director of Church World Service, Lowell Fugley, an American living in Senegal, has seen the ravages of malnutrition.
Some countries, 1 child out of 4 does not reach the age of 5 years, dying due to malnutrition or diseases brought on by malnutrition. Worldwide, 500,000 children go blind every year just due to lack of vitamin A.
Ça dépend des périodes. Il y a des périodes où l'on en reçoit.
Generally, we might see between 20 and 30 children in a day.
Madame Touré Sako runs a pediatric center in Bignona, Senegal.
Il y a des jours aussi où l'on reçoit peu. Des périodes.
One thing we have noticed is that right now, there's much less malnutrition than there was before.
Madame Sako says the reason for less malnutrition is a tree called moringa. Some people call it a miracle tree.
Il y a moins de malnutrition parce que nous avons.
There's less malnutrition now because we discovered moringa and all of its virtues.
The leaves themselves contain, ounce per ounce, about 3 times the iron you find in spinach, 4 times the vitamin A you'll find in carrots, 4 times the calcium you find in milk, protein, all the essential amino acids. Its leaves, fruit, seeds, and even the flowers are all edible and highly nutritious. From the seeds, you can extract a very high-quality vegetable oil. The seed kernel powder can be ground up and used to purify water.
Foundations, universities, and companies from all over the world are researching moringa's potential applications. And U.S. foundations like Andrew Mellon, the National Geographic Society, and the National Science Foundation are all participating in moringa research. Research is one thing, but Fugley says that here in Senegal, moringa can be the difference between life and death.
Elle tient tellement au moringa.
This child you see here was brought to us by his mother 2 years ago in a very severe state of malnutrition, like a skeleton. His bones were just standing out and his mother was certain the baby was going to die. But we advised to take moringa. The child did recover, and now he's in excellent health. When a mother arrives with a malnourished child here, first we weigh the child and take his temperature and do a general examination. If he is suffering from a particular disease, we will treat that disease with medicines. And then we will counsel the mother to put the child directly on moringa. The mother will thereafter return with the baby periodically for checkups. And we find that moringa, not only does it rapidly cure malnutrition, but it also seems to have a beneficial effect on many other maladies.
Fugley's mission is to promote moringa as part of the national diet.
We did a pilot project here in Senegal for 2 years, training health workers, training villagers, on how to use the tree, how to grow the tree. And through this project, we demonstrated very conclusively that in fact, these leaves are extremely powerful tool in helping counter the problem of malnutrition in West Africa.
This family lives in a village in southern Senegal. Moringa is part of their diet. They grow moringa in their own garden and harvest leaves like other cultivated products. After the leaves are gathered, they are then washed and spread out on a cloth to dry. They are then placed into a mortar and crushed. Even the little ones help. The powder is then sifted like flour. Now it's ready to use. In this case, it's used as a spice over the evening meal.
This is Moringa stenopetala. This is only known, as far as I know, from 5 areas around Lake Turkana in northern Kenya and southwestern Ethiopia.
Evolutionary botanist Mark Olson is a Washington University doctoral candidate who has traveled the world collecting 13 different species of moringa.
Every place I have been in the tropics where they grow in the wild, local people use them. This is everywhere from Madagascar to Namibia to the Kenya, Ethiopia, Somalia area.
The plant's makeup also contributes to its ability to thrive in some of the most arid areas of the world.
So if we go ahead and break off one of these roots, we can see how full of water it is. That's what helps the seedlings get through dry periods and survive to adulthood.
The tree is not just full of water, it can also purify water, which can be a lifesaver.
Because a third to a quarter of the people on Earth, and it's about half of the people in the tropics, don't have dependable access to clean water to drink.
To help remedy this access problem, the University of Leicester, England is researching the coagulating properties of moringa seeds. They believe the seeds purify water better and less expensively than traditional methods.
There's even been an entire full-scale running of a water purification facility in Tiolo, Malawi, just using moringa seeds.
Ground into powder form, just 3 tablespoons of moringa leaf powder can provide 3 times the vitamin A a child needs, virtually all of his iron and calcium needs, and all of the essential amino acids. These days, health workers, instead of using imported products to treat malnutrition, are using these leaves.
It's accessible and indigenous. Fugly says one of the disadvantages of other forms of aid to combat malnutrition is that once the aid runs out, the people starve. Not so with moringa.
The moringa, we felt that this was a possible, local, low-cost, accessible solution, which even after the training program in how to use it came to an end, the people could carry on by themselves.
People like Blanche Sambu Diata, a midwife at Belfort Health Post, who performs pre- and postnatal examinations at the clinic.
Since I was pregnant with my baby, I've been taking it regularly, and I continue to take it. And I can attest to these women that I myself am a user of this product. We also advise them to plant it themselves at their home and to use it for the benefit of the entire family. So after a while, people are growing their own trees at their household and adding the leaves on a daily basis, and the entire family can benefit.
Africa's not the only place where moringa is working miracles. In India, it's called the drumstick tree. They are looking at the use of moringa as a potential cure to blindness because it's loaded with vitamin A. Vitamin A deficiency can lead to blindness, deformities, and other congenital diseases. According to the World Health Organization, vitamin A deficiency is almost at epidemic proportions in many rural villages. In 20 villages in western India, Kansas-based Trees for Life is trying to fight this epidemic by helping the people plant and use moringa.
In India, I know that people take the seeds and they will sort of stir fry them and they will get a vegetable that tastes somewhat like peanuts.
Ann Hirsch is a professor of botany at the University of California, Los Angeles.
Well, one of the things that impresses me most about moringa is the fact that it has the full complement of essential amino acids that human beings need. There are 8 of them that we cannot synthesize, so we have to get it from our food. In the developed world, we eat meat. In the developing world, meat is a rare commodity, or it's an extremely expensive commodity.
Experts are surprised that Western businesses haven't exploited moringa's commercial value in the developed world.
The place for a plant like moringa in this country would be most likely to people who follow a vegetarian diet. The protein could be processed and added to all sorts of different kinds of drinks or protein supplements that I know a lot of people purchase.
But in Senegal, the people have more immediate needs for moringa.
The mother should take a spoonful of powder morning, afternoon, and night every day. This will help her produce more milk and improve.
Additionnez la poudre de moringa chez la femme enceinte depuis la grossesse, pendant l'allaitement.
We encourage pregnant women to start taking moringa while they're pregnant, after they give birth, while they're breastfeeding the child, during the child's weaning period, and afterwards. And this way we find that preventing malnutrition is much, much better than curing it.
And clinics like this one are making it very easy for mothers to get moringa.
Many of the clinics we work with are now producing their own moringa leaf powder and stocking it and putting it up for sale within their own pharmacies. Mothers are now able to come to the clinic. They want moringa for the equivalent of 3 cents. They can walk away with a small sack of moringa leaf powder for their child.
According to Lowell Fugly, that 3-cent bag of moringa will supply a child with all its nutritional needs for about 3 days. Even though the moringa grows wild here, Fugly's not leaving anything to chance.
This particular moringa plantation was installed near the village of Kubalan in southern Senegal. We did this in collaboration with the women of the village. The women helped us plant the trees. We helped them put in wells and irrigation system for the gardening project.
Fugly has even set up a moringa processing plant to help larger numbers of people.
You can seed moringa in prepared beds every 10 centimeters or 3 inches. This is 100 plants per square meter. And once these plants reach a height of 3 feet, a meter or less, you can cut them back to about 10 centimeters off the ground, harvesting the green matter, drying it, and then pounding it into leaf powder for use in your clinics or households. Once you cut this back, the stumps will regrow, and 8 weeks later you can have another harvest. In this way you can have continual harvesting, up to 9 harvests every year.
Which Fugly says produces about 650 tons per hectare, or 2.5 acres.
My own estimation is that 1 hectare of this intensive leaf cultivation can satisfy the vitamin A needs for up to 15,000 children.
The goal is to make sure that this family and hundreds of thousands of others have a future.
The idea to find a food, a perfect plant, that can satisfy people's hunger and give them all the protein nutrients that they need is of great importance.
If I had set out to design a tree which would be of maximum benefit to mankind, I'd be hard put to do better than the moringa tree.